Oh, no. 1 second, Ant Demon. Let me fix it. No, ha! I had it open. This is not very lucky girl syndrome of me. Oh, that's loud. Whoopsies. Anyway. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to test my bot. Okay. And I have to copy paste the S and test. LOL. Okay. And then I reset the channel point thing for first. Where is it? Edit. Okay. Go for it, Ant Demon. Yeah. Slay. Wow. Alrighty. Yeah. More art time. That's it. Also, my hair is a little insane after my shower, but it's fine. I don't know why there's like a bump there, but we're rolling with it. I haven't worn my hair just in a low ponytail in a while, and I keep forgetting it's in a low ponytail and like throwing my head around and being like, whoa! Oh yeah, diamonds are extremely boring. Something, oh, but they're perfect. And it's like, well, yeah, that's kind of part of the problem, though. You know? Hang on. I don't know whose eyes are meant to be open in this. Cause in the ref sheet, this one's wearing sunglasses. Oh wait, just... Is she supposed to be wearing sunglasses in the... Okay, well, since that one's wearing sunglasses, I'm just gonna draw it without... Shit, this one, though, is... like, an actual face. Yeah. No, I'll draw this one with her eyes open, too. Ugh. So, eyes open. I guess, presumably looking at the camera. Something like that. Okay. Black opal looks 1,000 times better. Ooh, good choice. Mm. Mm. I bring it up because I was sent this fake video of a guy appraising a diamond the girl brings into a store. So they're like, who gives a shit if it's Messionite or cubic zirconium or whatever? It looks the same, it looks like trash. Yeah, like, really the only thing that diamond has over any other gemstone is just the durability. So, like, I understand that if you want, like, to, like, essentially archive a piece. You know, like, I understand the desire for your stuff to be in diamond on account of, like, you want it to last a long time. Because, you know, cubic zirconium, like, if you drop it on the ground, it could chip, for example. And I get that being, like, unappealing, but other than that, wasting a whole lot of money on a fancy rock that's not even that fancy. Hey, Willow! I did take my meds. Miracles do come true. Nice. Hi. Is this, like, line art thickness cute, or is it too thick? I can't decide if it looks normal or if it looks too heavy. I think it looks normal. I'm pretty sure it's normal. Knew a kid in elementary school whose dad was a sailor. His mom's wedding ring was actually a wooden ring. Yeah! Carved from deckwood of the first ship he ever professionally sailed on. Yeah! It's very much cooler than a clear rock. It's cute. Yippee! Okay. Client thinks it's cute. Nothing else matters. Oh my god. Aaron. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. Or it'll undo it. Oh my god, stop hitting the undo button! Just here for vibes. Let's find me. Yo. Hey Yossi, good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna save this line art, but I am gonna try it with some different line thicknesses just to trial it, because since this is, hey Maddie, we are here, because since this is a, since this is gonna have 4 characters in it, with like relatively detailed outfits, quote unquote, I do want to try seeing the thinner line art and seeing if I at least like it. Yeah, like I think it's mostly up to preference, honestly. But yeah, before we had 35 as our thickest, so let's try 25 as our thickest for now. I'm gonna see how that looks. How you doing, Nettie? I already think this looks a little more balanced. It was funny, I was drawing in a Bomb Squad VC, and he was like, oh, I love how smooth your line art is, and I was like, I have my stabilization up to 100, I am cheating! She thought I genuinely appreciate that she thought I had the hand stability to do that without a stabilizer, though. God, I love Hunin. Yeah, I just already like this better. Yeah. Hello, fam. Yeah. Twilight just came downstairs. But yeah. Depression brainworms is still getting at me, but I'm proud of myself because I did stuff today. Anyway, I did this whole sketch, I did my ref sheet, / finished my character design, minus, like, the details in the eyes. Did laundry, took my meds, made my bed. It's no longer made, but I did make it. Or what, earlier after I did laundry. Can this thing stop randomly undoing my lines? I'd really appreciate that. I don't have depression. Depression has me. What? I love saying stupid shit like that. Huge fan of the belt design and what it means to you. Thank you! Yeah, it was pretty funny seeing the note of, like, colors and number of gems on back of the belt is ambiguous because we don't know what our brain is doing. I guess I've decided that I need to have at least one shitposty, like, note on all of my ref sheets. Medis has, she is fat, if you draw her skinny, I will be in your walls. Reen has twink. Like, just twink. It's not even that funny, but it is, like, vaguely shitposty. I wonder what I'll put on Fenn's. Maybe just, like, oh no, he's hot now. Because that was, like, the majority of the reaction to Fenn's character design when I posted it was just like, oh no, he's hot now, which is so valid. Which is so valid. Same thing with Orion, actually. Hot Grandpa Israel. Agreed. I should do a proper ref sheet for Orion, too, and then we can release the Mask Basil and Femme Basil ref sheet at the same time. Yeah, that's way better. Thank you for the hydrate, Ant Demon. It's not funny, just vaguely shitposty describes my entire online presence. That's so valid. Just vaguely shitposty. Is it weird that part of me wants to try even thinner line art? Just for funsies. Me changing my chibi style as I'm drawing a commission. Part of me. I can't listen to that song without thinking of the fuck-ass 1989, like, tour. I don't even know what to call it. I think calling it a movie is insulting to actual movies. Okay, that's a little far. Is it, though? No, it's very poorly edited. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think one more time I'm gonna try even thinner line art. For funsies. I think that I made it so thick because I'm used to drawing, like, the one head. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to drawing the one head, and it takes up the whole thing, but, like, I'm drawing the whole character, so I should be a little more conservative with the line weight, I think. Not sure, though. We'll see. But yes, I trust you. Yo. It'd be a little funny if you didn't. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be kind of funny if you paid me, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna change the line art, and you were just like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? No! It's sad because there's definitely people. Yeah, that's true. Pulls out the baseball bat and starts slinging threats over the line art. That's insane. Actually, yeah, my first client that, like, wasn't a friend over VGen, like, I proposed, like, I was like, oh, I think we should make the roses red and gold instead of red and black. I think that looked cool. They're like, okay. And then I drew them gold, fully rendered them, and then they were like, why can't you draw it black? And I was like, I'm not redrawing the entire, I'm not re-rendering all the colors. Like, that's not a revision, that's asking me to start over. And I said, oh, okay, that's perfectly fine, I understand, and then they gave me, like, a 3-star review, and I was like, okay. So that was a lie. Because, yeah, I took a look at my other... Anyway, because, yeah, I took a look at my other chibi portraits, and in comparison to what I was trying to do, the line art is way thinner. Like, relative to the individual character. I think what I was doing was I was recalling the actual, like, number of brush size that I was using, rather than, like, the proportion of it. Hang on, I'm checking something. See, around the face should be like a 12. So if the face is a 12, And then this makes sense for this to be 15. This 17, and then this back up to 20. Yeah, okay. Okay, I got a system. Actually, no, this should be 20. No, it should be 17. Oh my god. It's not that hard to be communicative. Yeah, I've done it. Can't go 5 minutes without making a sarcastic jab or shitty joke. Hell yeah, shitty joke. And then they were like, well, I still want to work with you. Can you do revision still? And I was like, and I, like, literally in their DMs, I was like, straight up, I don't trust you now. And yeah, I think it did work for the hair, like, in isolation, but I think once I started adding the line art for everything else, it would have gotten imbalanced, and then the hair would also have looked a little too heavy. Unfortunately, because that line art was very cute. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Although it is kind of funny, like, messaging someone back, like, why aren't you taking my commission? It was just straight up, I do not trust you. Like, I think that's the funniest reason to get. They just didn't know what they wanted, but acted like they did. No, they did know what they wanted, but they miscommunicated, and then they kind of. There was a miscommunication, like a genuine one, but then, like, they put it on me to, like, completely do, like, double the work that I had done to fix something that, like, was not actually communicated to me. And I'm like, I was kind of like, no. I don't know. Every time I hear this song, I just can't stop thinking about the one video where the girl's like, where's Namjoon? I haven't seen Namjoon this entire music video, and then he shows up and she, like, falls out of her chair. That's such a vibe. They mentioned the miscommunication right at the end instead of when it first happened. No, so I sent them the yellow roses, and then they were like, oh, miscommunication happened, I wanted them to be black, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I completed the render. Like, it was done. Fully rendered, like, and it wasn't, like, a little chibi thing, it was, like, a realistically rendered rose, and I was like, I do not have time to, like, fully re-render it as a black rose. I'm sorry. You had time to let me know that you did not want them to be gold, and you did not. So I can't, like, accommodate that kind of change. And then they were kind of like, they were basically like, well, why not? Like, I had a weird opposite thing where this one artist would ask for more comms. Ew. Well, it's in your DMs and your email. Gross. At the point blank, I don't have any more art. I want them. Yeah, I gave you my money. You gave me your time, labor, and creation. That's, yeah, the transaction's done. That's so weird. That's such weird behavior. I'm sorry I had to deal with that, Aunt. Ugh. People are so weird. was one of those things where, like, it could have ended as a perfectly fine interaction, and then it just got really weird, because I offered them a refund, and then they said no. I offered them a refund, and then they said no, because they were still going to use it. But then they said, but I still want to do revisions. And I was like, no, the transaction is done. And then they said, well, I want the refund then. And I was like, okay. And then I checked, and they have not used them. So, yeah. Whatever. So, like, at least the refund was, like, functioned as, like, a real refund. At least. But I was still like, so you just lied? What was the point of that? Okay, yeah. The remaining heaviness of this will get canceled out by when I do colors of line art. Okay, good. I just really didn't appreciate, because they were like, I want to do revisions because I want to keep working with you. And I was like, in your review, the only positive thing you said about me was that my prices were cheap. Imagine if a Subway cashier knocked on your door and tried to sell you more sandwiches. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what happened with Medi's, like, old model artists, too. Like, they just kept being like, want to do this, want to do that, want to do this, want to do this other comm, want me to do this for you? And it was like, no! No, I don't! I'm done! Yeah. I think this is it. Oh, hey, Twilight. Yeah? What is it? Wanna come here? What is it? No, come here. Twilight. No, I just turned on the chatting overlay. You have to say hi now. Come on. I changed overlays for you. For you. Come here. Oh, she actually... Yay. I wasn't expecting her to actually come over. Okay. that was her social battery. I am still contemplating if the line art might be a little too thick. Cause I'm thinking like there's gonna be 4 of these. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should just like hang on, I'm using one of my old drawings to compare. Oh, you know what it is? I think I just need more, like, in between. I think that because of the size of the canvas, I think that the jumps between line art sizes just look kind of jarring to me. So I should just add more presets that, like, sit in between. Like 10, 12. Like, what if I do, like, going up in increments of 2, right? Just, like, have it be a little more gradual. Maybe that'll help me. like 10 through 20, with 20 being as big as it gets. Or maybe even max out at 18. Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely it. Okay. Cool. Glad I workshopped that. Because, yeah, like, it goes 10, 12, and then if this is 14 instead of 15, it's a lot nicer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay. So fucking smart. Look at me go. Look at me go. Okay. It only took me 30 whole minutes of stream. Twilight, why are you so upset? Twilight, what is it? She's not laying down on her cat bed. She's just sitting there looking at me like this. I'm like, are you good? What is it? What is it? What are you doing? Okay, I don't know what my cat's doing. I will give up on attempting to figure out what. I just need to keep myself awake until like a somewhat reasonable hour to go to sleep. You know? For like my sleep schedule anyway. I think they just have a lot of planning to try and prevent some— oh, shoot. I completely missed your message. And I mean, sorry. You think Da Vinci or Michelangelo ever sketched some shit then realized they fucked up a single finger and then stared at it because it meant they had to start over because Control-Z wasn't a thing yet? Well, Control-Z wasn't a thing, but Gesso was. So, I used to do, like, only traditional art. And so, what you would do, like, let's say that I'd painted, like, oops. Let's say with my flat brush, I'd painted, like, this whole background. And not only that, but then, you know, hand. And then let's say not only was this a hand on top of a orange background, but that also on top of it there was, like, I don't know, a big green stripe for no discernible reason, right? Oh wait, no, I needed to cross over the, like, this little green curly Q. And oh no, it's over the thumb. The thumb's fucked up. Now what do I do? You literally just cover the spot with white paint. Or actually what I would personally do is I would cover it with the background color. And then go in, make it a prettier finger, and then reconnect the green bit. You know. So, yes, there was a lot of planning, but, like, you know, most of it is just layering, because, yeah. Anyway. Okay, so I will put— I'm gonna leave notes for myself, too, so, let's see. Since when do we write in lowercase? I write in lowercase! Because I'm not a fucking psychopath. What? Oh, right. When we were, like, 14, somebody told us that, like, serial killers write in all caps. And then in high school, when our friend noticed that we were writing in all caps, they were like, you have, like, schizophrenic handwriting. Which in retrospect might have just been the fact that, like, 7 of us were trying to write at the same time to, you know, survive school. But that's still, like, one of the most weirdly specific things someone has said to me. They didn't mean schizophrenic as in I look like, my handwriting looks like something that a schizophrenic person would do. They meant, like, because, like, schizophrenic technically means, like, separated. So they meant that I had very, like, disjointed handwriting styles. Man, that's wild, because my lowercase handwriting looks like shit. Oh, wait. That's not a fair assessment, is it? Like, it's mostly the same, obviously. But, I don't know. I guess I just can't stop myself from writing in cursive, because that's what I'm used to. Like, and my cursive handwriting is, like, really loopy. So, like, I don't know. Anyway. We're only starting over for the 7th time, chat! I was the only kid allowed to use a computer for essays! Cursive is so cool, the world isn't ready to accept that, right? When I was a kid, I learned how to use computers pretty fast, because I just liked using computers, and so I typed and then printed out one of my homework assignments, and I got accused of cheating over that. And it was like a whole ordeal where the teachers were like, are you sure you didn't ask your parents for help? And I was like, do you not know how to use Microsoft Word? Because I can show you. I was like 9, I think. Because, you know. Part of me gets it, but I don't get why they didn't just take me saying, like, because, you know, it wasn't like I went, no, I just did it. I was like, no, I used Microsoft Word. I typed it out, and I utilized the spell check, and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, I was once accused of just scratching random shit, so you had to read aloud the essay you wrote, which pissed the teachers off, because they wrote objectively the best essays, just no one could read them. That's awesome! Wait, that's kind of awesome, though. And today we beg the question, how many times can one bitch draw the same thing? Apparently the answer is 4. A genius no one can understand. It's like the Tower of Babel type shit. Back, finished dinner, yay! As long as you and I guess I are satisfied with the art item. Yeah. This is why I charge by assignment and not by hour. Because I would feel like I'm scamming people if I did it by hour, just because of the number of redos I usually end up. Hey, Miltort! You know how you're supposed to constantly improve on test scores and SATs? I stopped improving on the literature and writing section, no, because This maxed out the score, so I literally couldn't improve. Hell yeah. Yeah, I always ran through the grammar section and the math section, but the essay section I always stressed out about because I thought I was a bad writer, but it turned out that I'm actually a good writer, and my high school English teacher just hated me. I didn't realize that till like college, though. I can't hear this without thinking of the mind. Never thought I was a bad writer. I just knew most kids my age were in the head with hammers as babies. Valid. I have to be good. I just didn't do better than. Oh no. No, it's not their fault they got hit with hammers. Beautiful stranger, here you are in my arms, and I think this. Oops. Damn it. There we go. Perfect. Tempted to take a bath, but I know if I get it, I won't get out and I have stuff to do tomorrow. What time is it in your time zone? Thanks, Shuffle. Thank you, Shuffle. Thank you for the stretch, Ant Demon. Enjoy the ASMR. The new mic really gets the bone cracks. ASMR. Yeah. I'm gonna be that picky. I'm gonna let myself be that picky. Sorry, Willow. Bone cracks are acid bubbles popping and are heavily influenced by diet. Yeah. Stay in school, go to vegetables on time, eat your bed. Yeah. But yeah. I also genuinely have arthritis in my entire body. Cicely. My bones will probably just keep doing that anyway. I did say that all the time. It's the whole truth idea that it's okay for you to do it at your own pace. Right? I'm like, yeah! I just also think it's funny. Like, no. 12 is too thick! It must be 11! Really like your drawing style. Thank you, Motort. I appreciate it. It's so fucked that a bunch of angels told a group of random farmers that Jesus was born, because angels cause a supernatural dread, fear, no matter how that. Yeah. So imagine seeing this holy perfect being. It says in a divine voice, "Yo, the McDonald's on the streets closing," and then leaves. What am I supposed to do about that? Yeah, and the farmers never get brought up again. You're right. They just decided that they had to deal with it. Yeah. That's funny. And yeah, thank you, Miltord. I appreciate it. Especially since we're on a little bit of a struggle bus right now. But not that much of a struggle bus. Not that much of a struggle bus, just a little bit. As a treat. For anyone wondering what the lyrics to this song mean, it's them telling their fans to do their fucking homework. Because people were, like, honest to God citing, like, oh, like, BTS music video release whatever for, like, why they weren't doing their homework. And it was pissing off parents. And so they were like, this song is them being like, stop that. That's not our problem. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck, guys? Shit. Yeah, that's really cute. Yay! I don't know why, but it feels like it's 10 in the morning to me right now. It is midnight. I just looked up and I was like, wow, what a nice morning. It's midnight. And I've been awake. Hang on, I don't know how long I napped for. I think I took like a 4-hour nap, probably? I am glowing? Oh, wow, you are. This is the best iteration. Yeah, yeah, definitely. This is it. Holy, she's a glowing. Technically, it is morning out. True, yeah. It's 12:12, make a wish. Yeah, I just want to make this fluffier. I would like this to have more volume to it. Down at the bottom, especially. Remember, they're sisters, not twins. And yeah, zoomed out, that will fit in really nicely. This is it. Yay! You figured it out, lads. That one looked fine, I just realized I drew it on the wrong layer and I didn't want to move it manually. So now I'm doing a different, even more manual process instead. As one does. I remember that the 8th grade English teacher that absolutely hated my guts because she had beef with my mom. Like, we did an assignment where part of the assignment was like, oh, find a song with a lot of literary devices in it, including, like, alliteration and stuff. And so I typed out the lyrics to this song and brought it to class. And I don't know why, but she was like, honest to God, like, what is wrong with you? I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, the song is clearly about drugs. And I was like, no, it's about being a homosexual, because that's actually what it's about. Anyway. I have truly lived an entertaining life. Like, on one hand, I get why a lot of teachers hated me. I was a smart-ass kid. But on the other hand, I'm like, why are you beefing with a 15-year-old? Wait, no, 14-year-old. Her ass does not know the joys of Whoopsie. She really didn't. I'm pretty sure she still works at that middle school. I hope she doesn't, but I'm pretty sure she does. Yeah, that's so cute. Aww. Look at her go. Look at the little guy. Oh, that's so cute. What the hell? Me when I draw things. Hey, Twilight. What is it? She got up and she did a big stretch. What is it? You okay? You okay? I think she's fine. this year we decide. Not giving up before we've tried. This year we'll make a new start. Hey, I know. Why don't I always forget that. Let's assign your cast. How about that? Are you all ready? Oh, good. I'm reaching for the right thing to say. I'm gonna go up empty and find my way to you. Anybody have a map? Anybody maybe help me know how the hell to do this? I don't know if you can tell what this is. Me just pretending to know. Where's the map? I need a clue. I said I'd go tomorrow. He's definitely high. Are you going to school? Hi, Connor! I still can't believe they cut this. Is this Pearl Steven Universe's VA? Or am I going insane? I think that they just have, like, they're just putting on the mom voice. It's like the ha, you know? Like, nasally. Yeah. Because, I'm pretty sure Dear Evan Hansen mom is white. And Pearl's voice actor's Asian. Anyway, I still can't believe they cut the opening number from the movie. That's such bullshit. Because, like... Anyway. Because I think that that Dear Evan Hansen, the original musical, actually handles the family dynamics pretty well. Even though it doesn't necessarily handle other things super well. And so they, like, when you cut that number, you essentially cut the family dynamics out of the musical. And I'm like, well, then what's the fucking point? Yes, they did! And they made it so that Waving Through a Window is the first number in the whole musical. So it's just, there's no music until the scene when he's in the hallway. It's like, what the fuck, guys? So for people who don't know, Dear Evan Hansen is about a guy with mental health issues who also struggles with family dynamics because his father passed away, and so it's just him and his mom. And through, like, a crazy incident that I'm not even gonna bother trying to explain, he gets close to the second family that sang in that song. Like, he gets really close with them, and it's a big struggle between him and his mom, because his mom is wondering, like, what have I done that wasn't good enough for you? And then the second set of parents is wondering why they weren't enough for their now deceased son, and are seeing Evan Hansen as, like, a second chance. But basically what the opening number does is it establishes to the audience that, like, ultimately, the parents are the good guys, in that they are not always successful. Yeah, Dear Evan Hansen. They're not always successful, but they do have their children's, like, they do have their children at heart, right? Not always strictly their best interest, not because they're against their best interest, but because they don't necessarily know what their best interest is. But does anybody have a map establishes that they are trying, and they're trying really hard. And so I really hate that they cut that line. And even more so that they made it so that it, like, it's the opening number, it's iconic, and also it's so important. Like, Evan Hansen doesn't sing in it, because ultimately, Evan Hansen is not the part of the musical, like, the moms carry the heart of the musical. Yes. Super important song, yet they cut it. Because the movie was a ego boost project for Ben Platt, who played Evan Hansen on Broadway first. when he could, on stage, use plausible deniability to pass off as, like, a 15-year-old. Could not do that in the movie, and then also they put him in weird makeup that somehow made him look older. Don't ask me how that happened. It's just one of those things where, like, you're watching the movie and you're like, oh god, they fucked this up, oh god, they fucked this up, oh god, they fucked this up. And, like, this is body shaming and I'm sorry, but on occasion you cannot help but just stop and think, and he's ugly! Damn it! It'd be different if he, like, very obviously didn't look like a 15-year-old, but at least he looked hot, but in their attempts to make him look like a traumatized 15-year-old, they just made him look ugly. Mans looks like a ghost on crack for half of that movie. Because I don't know why, but they decided that being childlike means that you don't use any contour when you do your makeup. The line art's so cute. Yay! Glad to suck it out and kept experimenting. You find the perfect size. Yeah, my eye is strong. I don't know, that's the thing about art, is like, a lot of the time, people, like, they notice that something looks off, but then they can't think of a way to fix it, like a specific way to fix it off the top of their head, and so they just leave it. And, you know, for a valid reason, sometimes it is to save time, or, like, sometimes you need to just get it done, but, like, yeah, that's a pretty consistent thing for me, is I'm willing to sit there and try, like, throw a bunch of different things at the wall until it looks right to me, because otherwise it just frustrates me. Now, I do think it's genuinely, like, an equal trade-off, because doing all the experimentation and, like, doing things over, like, repeating the same thing over and over, and leaving it alone and trucking past it, like, those elicit similar levels of frustration for me, so it's almost always an equivalent trade-off, in terms of energy for me. Not always in terms of time, so, like, I gotta be careful with, like, some commissions and stuff, but clearly we've established that we don't care how long this commission takes. I think we established that by, like, February, and now it's June, so... Tee-hee. For context, Willow filled out the sheet to commission this from me back in December. Didn't send me the ref sheet until I think, like, a month and a half ago, and then I got really sad and I didn't start drawing it until, like, 3 days ago. Now we're here. Super good. Knowing the proper process gives you precedent for future stuff. Yeah. Because, yeah, I've never, now that I think about it, I've actually just fully never drawn, like, a scene with multiple characters in this style. Like, not once. So yeah, definitely good to know the things I need to keep in mind with the line weight and everything. Hey, Twilight. Welcome back from ads, guys. Hey, Twilight. What is it? Okay. I don't know if the straight lines is actually the move here, but I'm gonna try it. Just for funsies. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely not it. Okay. Not very fun, was it? Rude. I'll worry about shoes and hands later. Cool. That looks so cute. Look at that! Yay! That's not bad for, like, an hour and a half, where the first, like, 30 minutes of that was just figuring stuff out. Not bad at all. Hell yeah. Though that hour was more, like, brain-intensive than it normally is for just line art, but this is my first time doing a multiple character portrait, so it makes sense. Where's the mask Basilia ref, by the way? I should find that. There it is. Right, because we never finished the... Also, yeah, look at the before and after for the Basilia design. Wogue. Wogue. I should, like, I'm debating if I should put these on the same ref sheet or not. Like, if I should make, nope, no, that's not what I meant to do. I'm considering making this sheet, like, twice as tall, and then having the mask one, or having them as two separate sheets. Oh, I forgot. I should add piercings to Femme Basil. Hair upgrade, right? Hell yeah. It just looks more like me. More of my vibe. Oh yeah. Haven't been able to decide. Two separate, yeah. Yeah, it is two different characters. Or, like, two different avatars. This one doesn't need to be as detailed necessarily. And then, yeah, here I mostly just wanted to hash out the differences between, like, the body in a costume versus the body, like, not in a full costume, in case someone wanted to draw us in, like, casual clothes for a commission. So if anyone's wondering why we bothered to draw all that out, that's why. Yeah. So, the main thing that I actually really need to worry about is the diagram that shows how the head works. So we're gonna cut out the back view and just put, like, big ass head diagram showing how the ears connect. Oops. Oh, wait. Actually, I should probably put this here. Question mark? And then, yeah, the only reason I initially had the back view was to show the format of the ears. So we can go ahead and get rid of that. And then... yeah. Okay. Here you go! Yeah, 2D Basil! Isn't she so cute? And yeah, we have Femme Basil and we have Mask Basil. I just need to do, like, line art and color for this one. Before it's, like, done. The ear connection point? Yeah. So I just need to trace over it to make it HD again. This is the old ref sheet I worked on back in, like, February or March. And then just never finished. Yeah. So yeah, I'm finally finishing it now. Miracles can happen. Not my type. Not my type. Not my type. Oh, this fucker's where I am. You're reject all American. Cause yeah, I worked this out, like, before. I just didn't really like it. Actually, you know, you can... oh, nope. Okay, maybe not. Well, the bits that were on this document where you could see the old 2D Basilia design, that was the old ref sheet. Actually, I can probably show it to you. It was never finished, by the way. It was never even close. Thanks for the hydrate, Ant Demon. But yeah, this is the old ref sheet. It was just this. And then I promptly got distracted by 17 other projects and never finished it. But, now we have this. It's much better. But yeah, I need to trace over these so that they're, like, HD again, because this is crunchy. This shit is crunchy. Oh, bruh. Oh well, doesn't matter. Hello? Okay. Don't know what that was about. Please stop having a stroke, Clip Studio Paint. Thank you. Earlier when you were talking about uppercase versus lowercase notes, I was thinking, who does uppercase? But after seeing these, I get the vision. Yeah, I don't know. It also, like, honestly, most of it is the fact that, like, I mostly write in cursive, but the thing is my cursive isn't really legible to other people because of how, like, I don't know, my friends described it as, like, swishy, like, it's very smooth. I don't move my pen as much as I could when I do cursive, but anytime I write in lowercase, my brain immediately jumps to cursive. You kind of saw that earlier this stream, if you were there when we were arguing about handwriting. And, brain. Oh my gosh. Right, since lowercase makes me write cursive, my cursive isn't super legible, I just do all caps to keep my handwriting, like, neater. It's still not strictly neat, but, you know, technicalities. Got a bit of a migraine. Okay, I love you, Fen. I hope you feel better soon. Take care. Moi. That song's so weird. Yo, drop pop candy again. Leo. Cause yeah, the way I got the figure that's in Hey now for me. But yeah, because the way I got the figure for the character in the left was from my Halloween costume, and for my Halloween costume, I was wearing, like, an insane push-up bra, and then, like, an insane corset. So I'm like, you know, if people are gonna draw this character, like, in casual clothing, I should probably note that. um, my waist was non-existent. It was also, like, the bra was only, like, $15. So, like, slay. But yeah, no, it had so much padding in it. It was kind of comfy, weirdly enough. Like, pillow. I don't know. Like, that, like, a lot of underwire push-up bras are really uncomfy, but sometimes they just kind of feel like pillows for your tits. I don't know. Crazy how Ubisoft made Black Flag. Ooh. Never made an AC game as good ever again. Have fun lurking, Ant Demon. Thank you for stopping by. Play a song with a fucking beat. But does it happen? No! No! What we really need is a feminine. A what? A feminine. Bitch go on and on. It's a feminine phenomenon. We don't like rum pum pum pum. We don't like Papa John. Make a bitch go on and on. I always feel weird drawing that. I know it's anatomically accurate. I always feel weird drawing that out. I don't know why. That's definitely a me problem. Really need to start drawing again. I agree! Drawing is always good. Draw squares. Draw circles. Draw stupid shit. Draw literally nothing but smiley faces. It's very fun. Why is my little remote not working? Hello? Uh-oh. Why not? Why not working? That's so rude. Aha! Nope. Still not. Alright, let's sort this out, yeah. Exposure, the lens I told her. Why is this not working? Oh, there it goes. Aha! There it goes. Oh, not this shit again. Where it only- oh, it's doing the thing where it only works if I have the app open, which is stupid, because the whole point of a remote is to not need to have an app open. Like, is that not the entire point of an app? Okay. Thank you, Shuffle. Oh, and now my tablet's not working. Because of course it's not. What the fuck? My pen's not working. I mean, the tablet itself is working, but my pen is not. There we go. Nope. Okay. Oh, you're kidding me! It, like, uncalibrated my... it started working again, but then it, like, uncalibrated my tablet. What the hell? Oh, it rotated my screen 180 degrees, because of course it did. What the hell? Okay, whatever. I fixed it. It's fine. Cool. I think that's all I need. Good night, Willow. Get good sleep. Alright. Yay! Femme Basil ref sheet done. Let's go. Cool. Cool. Yeah, this is a shorter stream, but I think this is a good place to leave off. We got a lot of good work done. Finish up our ref sheet, and, figured out the line art that we're, like, the line art rules that we're gonna be using for the rest of Willow's commission that I can hop back onto working on tomorrow. So yeah, this is the old ref sheet for comparison. Not colored in, blah blah blah. But now it is, and I think this is just more organized this way, or at least it looks more pleasing to the eye. So yeah, let's see if we have a good buddy to raid out to, and then yeah, I think next we'll work on our the masculine version of the characters ref sheet. It's mostly for Orion and Neptune. The rest of them, though, anyone can obviously use it. So yeah. Let's raid Hito, because they're playing FNAF with Pichu. Alrighty, besties. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will probably see you again either tomorrow or on Friday, to get some more work done. Yeah, have fun on the raid, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.